Very welcome to ReDI NRW, and very welcome to students and teachers, mentors, volunteers, supporters, partners, and everybody involved in the ReDI community. And I'm so happy to meet all of you and to kickstart the semester spring 2021. And our first agenda is welcoming our CEO and the co-founder of the ReDI School of Digital Integration. Anne, you are here, right? And welcome, Anne.
Thank you very much, Takuya. It is so exciting to be here. So I was asked to say a few words. And first of all, I just wish we could all be meeting each other in person. Hopefully that will be possible at some point during the semester, hoping that the corona pandemic would go better. But until then, we'll all be safe and we'll all be learning online. So the one story that I would like to share with you today is really about how ReDI School got started. Because I think that it really explains a lot what the school is all about. So back in 2015, I was visiting a refugee camp in north of Berlin, in Buch, and there was a celebration with food and dance, and I happened to sit next to a wonderful young gentleman called Mohammed, and we were just chatting about life in general and where we were planning to go and what we wanted to achieve and what our dreams were. And Mohammed was sharing his dream with me and saying that he really wanted to work as a programmer in Germany because he had a computer science background from Iraq. But since he arrived in Germany 6 months earlier, he hadn't been able to continue programming because he didn't have a laptop. And that was such a defining moment for me because I thought, wow, Mohammed is exactly what everyone in the tech industry and the startup industry is talking about, that we want to see more young tech talents coming from all around the world to Germany to make their dreams come true here and to help build the German and the European tech industry and bring it forward. But the thing that was missing between Mohammed succeeding in a job was, first of all, a laptop, but also having access to education and having access to a professional network that could help him get into a job. So that evening I went home inspired from our conversation, and I wrote a post on Facebook saying something to the effect of, if I'm starting a tech school for refugees, who can help? Because I didn't know it was a good idea at all. It seemed like a good idea. So I went to bed thinking, where will this take me? And the next morning I had about 20-30 people who were saying everything from, I can teach, I can donate a laptop, I have a classroom, or some people were saying, you know, I have no idea about technology. This is just not my thing, but I'm really good at baking cake. And sometimes cake and food, we have definitely learned, is bringing people together as well. And this is really how ReDI School got started. So I said to Mohammed, you know, next time, can you bring 2 of your friends? I will bring 2 of my friends. And then all of a sudden we were 6 people. And then we were discussing, what could this tech school really be about? Like, what are we teaching? Where are we teaching? When are we teaching? And all of this was done through conversation with each other. So then we were 6 people. And then we said, okay, next time we meet everyone, bring a friend. And all of a sudden, then the group started growing and growing. And what was lovely was that this was not something that was done by, you know, Germans wanting to do something good. This was done mutually between the German community and the refugee and the migrant community together, because I think together we are much stronger. So with this story, we have now grown a lot. And what I really want to share with you is that ReDI School is your school, just as much as this is my school. So we get smarter together. So the only way that we can really improve what we are teaching, how we are organizing is when we talk together, when we share our dreams and our ideas and passion about where do we want to go, what can we help each other become in the future. Secondly, don't ever think that you're too small to make a difference. I didn't know when I started the school what ReDI School would become now. And I don't think Mohammed knew that either. But we just had fun. We were building what we thought was meaningful. And this is what I also ask of you. When you have ideas, bring them into play, because that, together with maybe some of the other students or teachers, is really what can make a big difference and maybe, who knows, build the next version of ReDI School. And last but not least, tell your friends about it. So Takuya also shared the link. We don't just share it because you kind of should be sharing on social media, but we really want to make sure that we are reaching more people with the initiative of ReDI School. We want to see more students engaged. We want to see more volunteers and companies engaged. So a small way of helping is to get on social media, share a tweet or a social media post. This truly helps all of us forward. So with that, I give it back to you, Takuya. It's a pleasure to be here. Always feel free to reach out to me. My email, you can find it on our website. I might be called the CEO, but I'm just Anna. You can always write me an email and I'll be very happy to hear your ideas and your dreams. So checking in, we are ready for kickoff.
Thank you so much, Anne. I take it over from here. Thank you. It was an impressive talk and story. And I still remember when I was in Berlin back to 2016, and I saw your TEDx talk, and that's kind of the, the point I started volunteering at ReDI School in Berlin. And now, yeah, I tend to be the educational director in ReDI School in NRW. I'm so happy to, build up the team and welcome the community here. Thank you so much. And I'd like to show actually what ReDI School NRW means, no? All right, thank you, Anita. Again, ReDI School started in 2016, and now we have 4 different locations in Germany and Denmark. And since last year, we started this ReDI School in NRW. Maybe some of you are wondering what NRW means. That's going to be answered later on in the warm-up session with Solen. Don't worry about that. And in this NRW, we have at the moment 3 main activities. The digital career program, which is probably related to most of you here. And on top of it, we have the career support services. And then in the city Duisburg, we have the program for kids and youth. And as you see, we have a lot of nice colleagues here. All right, Anita, next, please. Thank you. And again, maybe Solen already shared in the chat, but just a quick introduction. We are very proactive on the social media, including Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and our Facebook page. Please join us and share your experience there. All right, thank you. Next, please, Anita. And I'd like to show what actually the digital career program is. Then next. All right. So this is our main activity here. We have at the moment 4 high-end tech courses with 31 amazing teachers. And we have also teaching assistants and mentors. And for this semester, we finally onboarded 65 students with 15 different nationalities. And from the last semester, we have also have a lot of alumni. And to run this program, I also would like to thank our partners and supporters, especially for Microsoft and Accenture, to support the technical and the trainers' perspective, and for Handelsblatt for us to let use this nice, amazing office space, and for JP Morgan for our career support activities. And we have also other amazing supporter companies, and together with them, we accelerate the job market integration together. All right, thank you. Then next, please. And yeah, this career support is also the important topic for you students, because to get the job, it's not only about learning technical skills, no, but also you need to be aware of those like a soft part of the skills. Then next, please, Anita. Right. Our career support teams, they offer a service for students, including those main 3 activities. So you are invited to career workshops, means like training your CVs or brush up your LinkedIn profile or train the job interviews time by time. And we have also an amazing platform for the mentorship to meet mentors and students one-on-one basis to talk about technical topics or those like a job tips and tricks. And because of this pandemic situation, we offer also the digital version of the company visit, which is called One Day in the Life of series. And you are all invited to attend there. It's going to be the amazing talks from our corporate partners. Next, please. And again, to shortly recap our mentorship program, we build up like really a nice platform called ReDI Connect. And those who are interested in mentoring our students or our students in the semester, please sign up today to connect.nrw.redischool.org. All right, thank you. Next, please. And especially in the city Duisburg, we are also running a program for kids and youth. And the next. And with our partner, big partner Klöckner, and also Weisheim Stiftung and other workshop partners, we are running the tech skill training course for the public schools, like elementary and middle schools in Duisburg and Maxloh area. At the moment, we are involving 4 schools there and running 12 courses. And in total, we have 295 students. And on top of it, also, we are training the school teachers for the IT skills as well. Thank you. Next. And it was quite a quick but short introduction of who we are, ReDI School NRW. And from here, I'd like to invite Solène to do the short warm-up together. Solène, you're here.
Thank you, Takuya. Hi, everybody. So I'm Solène. I'm the volunteer coordinator here at ReDI School NRW. And I would like to invite you all to this little Mentimeter warm-up and wish tree. I suggest you all take your phone and open this QR code with it. That way you'll be able to follow everything. Otherwise, you can just go on Mentimeter and enter the code or simply click on the link I've shared in the chat. I'm going to give everyone a couple of seconds to screen the little QR code and join the website, and then we'll start. Right, I guess everybody had time to open the QR code. If you haven't, just go on the chat again and open the link. All right, Anita, can you go on the Mentimeter, please? All right, so thank you everybody for joining the Kickoff warm-up. We're gonna go to the next question already. Okay, so first question, yeah, how are you feeling tonight? We are all behind our screens, but it doesn't mean that we don't care about how you're feeling. So just tell us if you are super excited for tonight, ready to start the semester at ReDI School, looking forward to the weekend, because God knows we all need a little bit of rest sometimes. If you're so happy to be here, or if you're just fine, you're just happy to be here. All right, looks like a lot of people are ready to start the semester and are happy to be here. That's pretty nice. Okay, we have also super excited for tonight, people. That is what I'm choosing personally. I'm super excited for tonight. All right, that's great. Next slide, please. Okay, so in ReDI NRW, what does NRW stand for? This is a little quiz for you just to see if you've been following with all the communication. So is it North Rhine-Westphalia, yeah? Or is it no reasons to be worried, everything is fine, no rules wrestling, or natural resources and water? Just a little bit of Zen in our life. All right. It looks like a lot of people have been paying attention, actually. North Rhine-Westphalia, you guys are right. Although no reasons to be worried, works as well. ReDI School is a pretty nice place to hang out at. Okay, next slide, please. All right, and this is the core of the warm-up and the wish tree. So we are going to give you a couple of minutes to enter all the wishes that you have for this semester at ReDI School. What do you want to happen? What you are looking forward to? Let us know. All right. Oh yeah, offline. Me too. I really want to see people in real life, right? I mean, I'm super happy to see you all under the screen right now, but in real life would be nice though. World peace. That's a big program right there, friend. All right. German lectures. That's pretty cool as well. Happy life. Yeah. Company network. Pretty nice. Get a job. Yeah, always cool. Cool projects. There are pretty cool projects for this semester at ReDI School. It's getting small, guys. I can't read everything. Becoming a coder, Corona ending for sure. A lot of fun and many projects. We'll let you enter everything and we'll post this on our social media. Now it's getting a little small for me to read. And as you see, I have glasses, so my eyesight is not the best. All right. Thank you so much for this little warm-ups, everybody. I'm going to give it back to Takuya. And I wish you all an amazing kickoff and an amazing semester. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Solan. So now we are warmed up. All right, so Aditya, could you stop sharing the screen? Now we are going to more like interactive talks. All right, thank you so much. And here I'd like to invite our ReDI alumna, Yasmin, who was a student in ReDI Berlin. And now she's the student at the Technical University in Berlin and also found a job at Klöckner, right, Yasmin? Be great to, I'm very excited to hear your stories, and please welcome Yasmin then.
Thank you so much. This is Yasmin, and I'm going to bring you to my life story in 5 minutes, which is really difficult, but I try my best. So I studied accounting and finance in Iran for 4 years, and I work over a year as accountant. But after some times, I got to this point, like what I'm doing the same task every day was like really killing me. So I quit my job, and with a lot of difficulty, I came to Germany as a student. But the hard time started as I started to studying and working at the same time. So something happened between US and Iran. The sanction come. So when I came here, €1 were 4,000 toman, and I think in year 2018-19, when €1 were 30,000 toman. So inflation was unbelievable, and I couldn't ask my family for help. But as you know, international student doesn't have any financial help, no BAföG or something similar. So from 0 till 100 was all by my own. I should work to pay my rent, to just pay the insurance on all this stuff and study at the same time. The study itself was so hard because it was a new science from scratch, but in a third language. I remember I searched the title in Google to find the English version, then see a lot of YouTube video in English to understand just what is it talking about, then watching the German one, then looking the slide to just understand and going to solve the assignment. So it was a hard time with university. And I remember none of my classmates worked 20 hours because the computer science in bachelor was completely so difficult to just work that much of hour, but I need to do it. And another thing was like I was doing a bachelor from scratch till third semester. I thought that's impossible to find a job, and I started to working in a restaurant. It was okay, but like working 3 days, 7 hours, you are not allowed to even sit a single moment, and you need to manage the crisis. So someone want to order, another want to pay, another one is unsatisfied with the food, and you need to manage this all crises. I remember every time I came home, I was so tired that I could only take off my shoes and I just sleep. So I couldn't pass so much lecture. But it was okay until the Corona came. And in Corona, in one day, they told me, I haven't seen my name in their plan. And I asked the team lead, like, well, what is it? I was asking you like a month before, are you going to extend my contract or not? And you say, when we say nothing, so everything is fine. And he say, no, you know, Yasmin, because of some economic problem, we are not going to have you. And I had this experience before, so I said, okay, I find another one. There are so many big restaurants in Berlin, no problem. But after the Corona came, it was all came to rejection. And I applied for everything. I applied for cleaning staff. I applied for supermarket, everything that makes me to stay in this country, that I'm not going to leave it. But all I have was a rejection. And I need to choose whether I'm going to go under debt, ask for a lot of money, and wish for a day that I can find a job, or just give up and come back to Iran. And I picked the first one. So it was hard. But in this day, I get to know Paulina, which is one of the most impressive person in my life. And she helped me a lot. First of all, this ReDI Connect. Some Pakistani guy helped me a lot to understand deeply the university stuff. Another thing was a girl named Jessie. I'm not sure if she's here today or not, but she helped me a lot with my CV. She wrote me a long email like, Yasmin, you need to change the color. Don't write this one. Pay attention to your voluntary stuff. And in this time that I was jobless, we did a lot in my CV. Another girl helped me with interview stuff. I did know nothing about interviewing in Germany in general. And she go through each question, like if they ask you something, just be self-confident and say something like this. And I wish, but I was jobless from February till July. And July, I find some nursing job temporary. And I remember the day that Paulina sent me an email and said, Yasmin, you must come. It's a big opportunity for you. It was a job fair or something in ReDI School. And I really wanted to come, but I came after the work and I was so tired and I haven't come to that even. And Paulina wrote me, just, where are you? We are waiting for you. And after that, she said, okay, no problem. Just some guy asked me for our suggestion and I say, Yasmin is one of our best student or something like that. She's going to email you, just answer the email. And I answered the email. It was 4 p.m. I think. And a day after in 10 a.m. I had the interview and I got the job. I got the job like in 2 days and it was unbelievable. I think really the day that I was so hopeless and I didn't know what to do. Should I come back? Should I stay? Should I just tolerate that much stress and pressure? In these days, a door opened to my life. So I'm now a student in Klöckner, which is a big metal company. And we had a great environment. I'm not sure if they are here, the HR or something, but it was a great experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Yasmin, for sharing your experience. It was really impressive. Thank you. All right, we have a couple of time to, open the discussion. And maybe if you have any questions or something you want to ask Yasmin, please write it down in the chat. I have just comments. Solen says, wow, impressive, Yasmin, you're Wonder Woman, right? And Mireia says, thank you for sharing, Yasmin. Such a powerful story, right? Okay. And Lien Din said, so nice story. Thank you for sharing, right?
Yeah.
And I have one question from Effie. She missed just the beginning part of your talk, and she wants to know, like, when you came to Germany.
So it was July 2017, but I need to do some German courses and, the certificate to be allowed to go to university. And I started university in the early 2019, I think, in TU Berlin. Right,
thank you. And there's really a lot of comments saying inspiring and amazing stories. And yeah, just a second. I have a question from Anne here, saying, what is your number one advice for new students from your perspective?
For number one is difficult, but I really suggest you guys the platform of ReDI Connect. There are so inspiring people who are professional in their job, and they dedicate their time. They're really good. They can help you in even your perspective of your job and even with your study if you're a student. But the second one is like, just choose. There are so many people helping you with your CV, how you're going to prepare for yourself in an interview. I think the ReDI School offers us so many things. We just need to use them.
All right, thank you. I have one question from Kirsten from Cisco, saying, what is the language you are using at work today?
Okay, so in Klöckner, we are speaking English, but my study is in German. Yeah.
That's I heard a lot like this from other people too. And I have also one question from Birgit saying, what skill helped you the most to get the job?
When I were in the interview, I was ready. I had a good CV, good formatted CV. I was familiar with the interview, so I was ready, and I was self-confident about this. And everything they asked, I was honest and tell them, okay, maybe I don't have the experience in that, but I did some similar thing. I remember that I didn't have much time. I make it map. I don't know if you see the map. So I took the requirement, and in front of the requirement, I wrote what I've done similar. So one requirement, like to be able to deal with the customer, and I wrote, I haven't had the experience, but I was working in a restaurant and I deal with a lot of customer. You know, it's not the same things, but you just give them the hint that, yeah, I did something similar. And it was so impressive for them at the moment. Yeah.
Thank you, Yasmin. That's really a good tip and very hands-on, I would say. And I have one more question. What is the importance when you write a cover letter to get the impression for the recruiter?
Yeah, so for cover letter, you just introduce yourself, but you need to give them a reason why you're applying for them. I remember for Klöckner, I didn't have much time, but I look all of their news, what they do for Klöckner. I know that they're a steel company, but they have a sell over 30% in digital. That's really a big achievement. And I mentioned that in my cover letter, like, I know you did a lot, like you have a great IT system. I'm looking forward to go for that. You know, you need to find some familiar thing in the company, what they do, what are their achievements, and mention that in your cover letter and give them the motivation why you're applying. Do you just need the money, or you're really motivated to do the job?
All right, thank you so much, Yasmin, for advising. And you have one request from Christoph from Generali, our supporter. He probably wants you to share the story in the Unterface House or in the Fahrrespekt-Zentrum in Essen. I will connect you to.
Yeah, sure, great.
All right. And the one question from Yo-Yo is job English. You said the job is English, no?
Yeah.
All right. Cry. Thank you so much, Yasmin, for sharing. Thank you.
Thank you for the time. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Okay, I'd like to move on to the next agenda, which is the main and the very exciting one. We have the panel discussion with such an amazing speakers from Microsoft, Accenture, and the Deutsche Telekom. And also I invited Anne here and Rita, who is a ReDI alumna and working at Cisco. And we have also Birgit to moderate this part, and I'd like to invite Birgit for that.
Hi, Takuya. Thank you so much, Takuya, for having me today. Very happy. Servus from Munich. I'm located in Munich, not in NRW. But thank you that you invited me to moderating this outstanding panel. I'm very glad to introduce our topic. We will ask today the question if the tech industry is an integration booster. And we are excited to hear the beginning, the company side, the corporate side. And in part 2 of our panel, we will look at the educational part at the ReDI side, to Anne, our co-founder and CEO, and to Rita, who was a ReDI student and did an impressive career at Cisco. Let me introduce my panelists. I have with me today Kirsten Rackow. She's Managing Director of Accenture. And we had International Women's Day this week, so happy to emphasize she's a woman in tech leading the technology at Accenture, a very impressive career. So hello, Kirsten.
Hello.
Maybe everybody, if you want to say, give applause, you can do like this. With us also Reghu. At your LinkedIn profile, you left a voice message, which I really liked, and saying we should not sweat over your last name and just call you Reghu, and I gladly accept that. You're SVP at Deutsche Telekom, responsible for the Magenta voice program and for product innovation. A very impressive and fascinating field, so exciting. And we have with us Alexander Thiede. He's leading digital transformation in Western Europe at Microsoft, and I think joining us from Vienna today. Hello,
yes,
everybody. Super, great to have you. So one quick thing, if you do applause, we do like this. And if you have questions, type them in the chat. So Len will help me. I will start with the questions, and then you can also address your questions to the executive. Reghu, are you here?
I'm there.
Super, great to have you.
Thanks, I'm glad to be here.
To start with you and ask you, because you studied in India, you moved on to Harvard, you started your career as a software engineer, founded a company, you led different teams at SAP, and then you're now a leader at Deutsche Telekom. So really impressive. I assume you had to integrate several times in new cultures, in new countries, in new companies and environments. Would you say technology was an integration booster for you personally?
Definitely. I mean, I'm really proud of my, let's say, the software engineering background. And over the years, it has actually helped me, let's say, move from individual contributor, meaning like solving computer science problems, to getting more into product leadership roles. And the more and more you get into leadership roles, you also realize that having this technology background helps a lot, because that helps you understand, what is being built, how is it being built, how are you solving real customer problems. So definitely, I mean, technology and having a tech background, I would say has definitely helped me in my career.
Thank you. What skills would you say helped you the most?
So, I mean, there are, of course, the hard skills, which is, the programming languages, the frameworks, the technologies, and stuff that you learn. But I think one of my biggest strengths is curiosity. So, I don't get satisfied with existing answers. I keep searching. I keep wondering. I keep looking for new things. I mean, I don't work on a topic for more than 3 years. I mean, maximum 5 years. So I'm always like looking for new things, and that's something which has really helped me a lot. And also on the diversity background, I mean, you also mentioned that I lived 2/3 of my life in India, 1/3 of my life in Germany, and coming from India, you learn to deal with chaos and ambiguity every day. And living in Germany has taught me the other way around. It's more the order and the structure. And having experienced these two extremes, it kind of helps me find the right balance. So also the cultural and diversity aspects that we bring in, that has also helped me a lot in where I'm today.
Thank you. Super exciting. Also the comparison of these two worlds. Kirsten, I assume you had been surrounded by a lot of men in your career as a woman in tech. what brought you personally into IT, and what's your advice to other women, who want to start a career in tech? We have a lot of women at ReDI School, so I think we are with 60% now, or yeah. So I think your advice is very much appreciated.
So first of all, I'm very glad to hear that you have such a high percentage of female in your school. That will help us also to further continue in a diverse world also in our company side afterwards. What brought me into IT? I liked mathematics a lot in school, but I didn't want to study mathematics just for mathematics. I wanted to really use it to bring value. And that's why I studied industrial engineering and management, and then later on ended in IT consulting. And I think you've asked, like in the past, I've been surrounded by a lot of men. Yes, that has been maybe like this 20 years ago. But frankly speaking, this has changed significantly in the past years. You might have seen that we even at Accenture have a female CIO with Julie Sweet. So she is leading 500,000 consultants around the globe. So I have a super cool role model also in front of me. Yeah? And for females starting a career in tech, first of all, my first advice is just do it. It's a great place to start your career. I mean, it's not only for female, but also for you as the man to start in tech. And I think this is what it's all about. And this is why I like the program so much. I mean, we are living in a world where digitalization is like the wave of fueling further growth of the economies and the society. And IT is the key enabler of doing this. And thereby, this gives so many growth and career potentials that this is a great starting place. Starting here, and then for the female, one last point. I also think that digitalization did bring quite some change into our workplace, which helps to balance family and work life. So, for example, I have a little daughter, 7 years old. I pick her up from school in the afternoon, I play with her, and then later on I continue to work. So it became easier, not totally easy, but it became easier to blend both ways. And that is also helping a lot then to continue that career once you start a family.
Thank you so much. I think the role models are really a big point. Yeah. And we see that too in our demo days, that the women are more and more encouraged to step out and to present their projects. So great to hear that. If you look into your teams, how diverse are your teams you're working with? And in terms of gender and nationalities, what kind of world do you have in Accenture?
I have a super diverse world, yeah. Maybe starting with because we started with that beforehand on the diversity with female and male. Within technology, we have achieved a 40% portion of female colleagues in our workforce, and we aim for even 50-50 overall. So looking forward for you guys joining us. Maybe also one additional point, because you were talking about role models. Also in my area where we are doing SAP work, we have 30% female managing directors in our group, 30. And I believe that is a strong portion. Also females that are coming with again a diverse background, meaning some with families, some working part-time and being successful in their roles. So very interesting role models here. Then you also asked around the nationalities. That one is actually from an Accenture perspective super natural. I mean, we have offices in 120 countries of the world. And we usually have very global projects. Global from the sense that we are working across countries, but also global in terms of nationalities that are working with us locally. So it comes as natural that I can't even tell you how many nationalities we have locally in Germany, because we don't even count it, because it's so natural for us in there. Yeah, so this is why I believe it's also good, as you said in the intro for this kickoff, a good integration booster for you guys as well.
Thank you. I know, Reghu, you need to leave pretty sharp today. So before talking to Alexandra, I want to ask you one more question. You're leading product innovation. And what do you think, if we think of innovations, what mindset does a ready student needs to start in that field?
I mean, if I think about innovation, it's basically a product of creativity and collaboration. If you look at how human evolution has thrived, it's basically on these two aspects. We always imagine new things by building on existing experience, and we collaborate socially to bring this innovation to sort of a mainstream acceptance. So if you ask me what is the mindset that we typically look for, is collaboration and creativity. And of course, the rest are all the things that you can always learn. Which is why when I said earlier, all the tech skills, those are things that you can always learn. But mindset is definitely really important.
Thank you so much. Alexander, what do you think? You're helping people and companies to succeed in the digital age and to develop new skills. What do you think? What skills do we need in the future?
Yeah, so a couple of things already has been mentioned, like curiosity and the soft skills to always want to learn more. At Microsoft, I think we also see a great opportunity coming up, because we think every company is becoming a digital company. So especially for the digital profiles, there will be a high demand, because every service now has an app. Every service is driven by data, and with that, I think it's a huge potential for different kind of jobs where you combine the digital skill set with an industry or with business know-how. And for that, I think one of the most important skill is empathy. So it's super important for us to have this diversity in the teams, because we bring in different perspectives. And then on the other side, we need to understand our customers better, or the people we work with better, and then really to understand what their business problems are, or the problems they want to solve, and help them applying our digital skills that we learned, like the hard skills, but without the soft skills, understanding what our customer really needs and how to address them, perhaps you cannot achieve or help your customers. And I think with that empathy and this mindset of always wanting to learn more are two critical skills I think you will need.
Thank you. It's very easy, I think, to learn programming and hard skills, because, well, I won't say it's easy, but you know what to do. But how do you train and learn these soft skills you mentioned, like empathy?
I think this is also a point of the culture. So we call it growth mindset. So when you apply for a company, it's always important also to look at the culture. So I like very much to comment at the beginning that if you write a letter, for example, that you first look, okay, what is the company doing? But I think the second thing is also very important. What is the culture of the company? Mm-hmm. And if you look at, for example, our cultures, we said, hey, if you want to work for Microsoft, it's not that you want to be cool. It's that you want to make others cool. And that's just something, does that resonate with you or not? And then if you think about, okay, if I want to make others cool, enable them with digital skills or capabilities, what do I need? So I already mentioned curiosity, empathy, working with others. And if I have those tendencies to work like this, I will be now surrounded by a lot of other people. And what we do is we help each other. We have a very diverse team. And so the idea is always to be inspired by the success of others, to help others. If you face a challenge, ask for help. So, for example, that was one of my biggest learnings. If I have a challenge, I don't have to solve it alone. You can reach out to other people. And I'm pretty sure same with the other companies. There's always a colleague who can step in and can help you. And I think with this mindset, thinking of how do you can help other people, you will get also a lot of help.
That's great to hear, because this is also what we have as a mindset at ReDI in our community. So we really tell our students, hey, ask for help. We are here to help. And if you're stuck some point, we try to make our network work to work together, to learn together, to grow together.
And be the person who helps the others.
Yeah, super cool. So I want to ask our students, our volunteers here, our community, do you have any questions? Or Solène, are there already any questions in the chat?
I can't see any question yet, Birgit, but maybe I have a question. What would you give as an advice to our students as well to enter the digital industry?
Super. Maybe we can start with Reghu, because I think we need to leave in 2 minutes,
no
right?
Worries, no worries. I can take a bit more time, so no worries about the time. So, I mean, advice to students who are looking at, let's say, a career in tech. Honestly, tech can be quite overwhelming at the beginning, right? I mean, if you look at the breadth of the things that you have to learn, there are so many things. But if you really find the place where you feel most comfortable, like pick something small and start doing it. I mean, like Kirsten said, right? I mean, just start doing it. I think that's really the way to go, and then the opportunities are endless. And we at Telekom are also looking for a lot of product talent, meaning software engineers, AI, machine learning experts, designers, product managers. And I think the young talent here, you have a really unique advantage. You're all growing up as digital natives and born as digital natives, most likely. And I think this is a really big advantage because, we have to solve a lot of digital problems, and this experience quite comes in handy. So I would just quote Simon Sinek here, dream big, start small, but really start. That's really something I can say. Start doing it.
All right, and Reghu, because I know you want to leave, we have a question for you actually. Eliran wants to know what was the main challenge for you coming to a new country, and what did you learn by coming to a new country?
I mean, the reason that I decided to come to Germany was, again, to explore something new. Like I said, I've spent 2/3 of my life in India. I came here with almost no expectations, and the idea was to go back in a couple of years, but here I am, 12, 13 years still here. And I think that has really broadened my perspectives. Like I said, when I take a personality test now, I'm halfway between being an Indian and German, right? I mean, that's really the experience that you get broadened, and something that I really like being here and getting to this, culturally different experience and bringing them forward.
Thank you so much.
Sorry, I was muted. Thank you very much.
There's one more question, I think, from Angel. Would you rather learn how to do one thing extremely well as an expert, or would you rather try to gain knowledge in more fields to increase tech awareness and vision?
Alex or Kirsten?
I can also take this. I think what is important is to understand that we are talking about a constant or an ongoing learning path. So even I'm still learning new topics within technology. I cited Julie Sweet. She's pushing us to learn new things around blockchain, AI, and so on. So it's going to be a constant learning with all the speed around technologies. I think the most important one is to stay up to date and get the learning into your day-to-day activities. And then probably I would see that, we're talking about like a T-shaped model. So being an expert in one area, once you have this, then you can go broader into a certain extent. So for example, I started in my career doing SAP PP work, which is in the production area. And then I was broadening in it and leading supply chain teams, and then later on little projects, and then overall programs. But I have one area where I really have a deep understanding, and that helps me to lead other areas as well with that understanding and deep understanding in one area.
Of course, definitely T is the way to go. I think I even have it here. So I fully subscribe to that view. I also have my deep software engineering background, but having a broader product background as you grow in your career, that definitely helps a lot.
Yeah, so I also would vote for the T. I think we are fully agreement here. And I also learned in my past, it's you need to find a topic that you're passionate about, and also from a digital capability perspective. Because I once had the challenge that I was getting into a bigger program and bigger program and bigger programs. I worked with a lot of engineers. And then I lose somehow to really feel the latest technology. So what was really changing, for example, in the cloud, and then you need to, for example, architect solution differently. And suddenly you get a lot of dependencies, you lose the oversight. So just also one recommendation, always, if you want to learn something, we say, make your hands dirty, open a lab, go to one of our free learning classes, just try it out, and then you get a good feeling, and it's much more easy than to discuss with the others once you tried it out.
And I also see in the chat that there is another question around the German language. Let me take this as well, because we had a discussion up front on this also. The technology skills are super important, and they go for the future growth. Now, in terms of integrating into the tech industry in Germany locally, starting, I think, would be okay without much German, but becoming really, really successful, the cases I've seen, they also integrated on the language side, because it really helps to build up the closer bonds to people, and also to integrate into the local culture, and thereby becoming successful in the global world, but also in the local culture.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Kirsten. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Reghu, for sharing your experience. Please stay a little bit. I just want to integrate into the discussion also Anne and Rita. Anne, so great to have you here. I was looking at the numbers, and you founded ReDI School 5 years ago, and we now have 850 students in the next semester studying with us, which is really amazing. I think supported by around 600 volunteers. Correct me if I'm wrong, but really amazing what you did. And also great to have Rita here. Rita Butman, she came to Germany 2017 from Syria, and joined, I think, the first one of the first ReDI IoT courses in Berlin, and then joined Cisco for an internship, and now is a customer success specialist. So a really impressive career in these few years. Great to have you here, Rita. I have a question to you both. We were talking a lot about ReDI community, but in your view, in your words, what is the ReDI community making so special? Maybe Anne can start, and then Rita.
Yeah. I think it's the diversity of people, and it's diversity in the most beautiful sense. So I think the last count we had volunteers and teachers from something like 37 countries, and we had students from 53 countries. So ReDI School in many ways is a small United Nations, and I personally appreciate that somebody put in, it's a peace building mission that we are doing. It is in a sense, it's bringing a lot of diversity together. It's a lot of different perspectives, and I think there's a lot that we can learn from each other. And one thing that we definitely know is that there is no right and wrong answer. There is a multiple palette of potentially right answers. So we need the voice of everyone, and I really, really like the excitement of having people from pretty much every continent on planet Earth represented at ReDI School, because together we definitely are smarter.
It's really great. The feeling I have every day here with ReDI. Rita, what do you think? You have a different perspective, maybe. You started as a student, volunteering, role model.
Yeah, role model, I don't know about this. Yeah, that's too much to take, too much responsibility. Yeah, but for me, what I feel like, because I'm also in ReDI since now almost 3-4 years. So since I came to Germany, I'm still involved with ReDI School. So I feel I'm part of ReDI School. But what makes me till now like want to be part of this, that the sense of involvement, the sense also of the achievement. And also the sense of ownership and responsibility that you have. and also the freedom that you can get to create your own content, to also as a teacher, and also to engage, and also the trial and error. Was really also amazing to see how the courses develop, and we always were like looking at the students and also understanding what could be the best also to come out of this, and the relationship with the students and the women, because I'm also involved in the women program. Basically, I got also involved with the kids program, but my mission is the women program, and the sense of empowerment and the sense of really like women support and empowerment is very strong, and this is really what makes me keep like I'm really attracted to this. I'm really addicted to this kind of vibes, that it's a sense that I'm still till now being reached out from women that one of them, she left her husband and she got divorced, and I got just like amazed that she reached out to me and she just wanted my support mentally. I did not did to her anything. Another woman that I went with her to buy her first laptop, and because she was convinced that she loved the idea, and she was always also wanted to be independent because her family also like abandoned her and isolated her as she wanted to be independent. So also like this sense and this bond that you create with the woman and also with the people, that they have the motive to make a change, this kind of engagement and this kind of involvement, and also like productivity, like you see the change, you are feeling the change. It's really just too much powerful, and really like you get from this much more than you're giving. So it's really very much powerful feeling what I get from this. This is the community, and I think this is really the community feeling, that it's not with the time actually it's not getting less, it's just also getting bigger and bigger. So yeah, this is what I like about ReDI community.
Thank you. ReDI addiction, we like that.
Yeah, ReDI.
That's it. You get hired by Cisco actually pretty fast, and can you share a little bit of for our students what were your most exciting and your most challenging experience in your career in Germany?
Exciting is just, I want to say that the moment that I think I can relate to Yasmin a lot, that the moment that you get out of your comfort zone, you really will be exposed. So and you will see exciting stuff. And I feel like also now in my career, now I'm being also in Cisco, I was also for 2 years, so also in a position, so I relate to Reghu also when he said that each 2 years I need to change. So I changed also my position after 2 years. And now also after I went out of my comfort zone, now I'm exposed to changing the technology again because of the changing of the career. So also like this sense of that you're really opening up to try new things. I think this is the most exciting. But the people won't notice this, or the students, they won't notice this if they were just trying the same thing that they used to do. But the moment that you just put your first toes in the cold water, then other things will come out, and it will come out. And I'm sure of this. I'm becoming actually more convinced, especially in the last 3 days, because now I will change my technology again. So I feel like it's really comes up. So I'm really convinced that you need to get out of your comfort zone, and you need to expose yourself and to be vulnerable. I think this is so challenging. It's not challenging because as long as you have the attitude to be bold, to try things out. So what's the challenge? And especially for people who came here to start a new thing. So of course it's not gonna be a piece of cake, but it's gonna be like an opportunity for you to grow. But you need to be persistent. This is what I always, and this is also one of the success, like one of my trick in life. This is why I'm successful. Yeah, I want to call it successful, but this is what I'm still alive. Why? I'm very persistent. I'm just keep like, you just need to go forward.
Yeah, super cool. Super cool that we have you on our journey with us and we can see you developing. Anne, we talked so much about the mindset the students should have. If we turn around, what kind of mindset we wish from the companies that hire ready students? What would you say?
Oh, that's a clever question. I think openness and curiosity, just like we were hearing the advice for the students. I think what we often hear from companies is, of course, that we want to be innovative and stay competitive. And then often companies then need to sort through so many job applications that this is today done by algorithms. And the algorithms are screening early on. So an algorithm is a little bit limited in its point of view, or it can be. And it might read that I have a spelling mistake in my CV because I am Danish, and therefore maybe I forgot something that the German algorithm didn't like. So even if I'm the biggest talent, I could make a fortune for the company, I'm just never gonna get to the table where I can do a job interview and convince that I am the best student for this job or the best person for this job. So I guess what I'm really hoping for companies is that they could almost make a side track or parallel track, or make it a KPI on the side to say, we need 5,000 developers and we're going to keep 500 spots open for people who have non-linear CVs. So people we want specifically to hire outside of the way we usually hire, because we know that we're going to get different types and different personalities to our company. And that is what is going to make the difference. And that is what's going to make us more successful as a company. So I wish for curiosity to think different and courage to be different.
Okay, thank you very much. I think I would open the chat already again for you. So please send us your question. You have Anne here, you have Rita here, and I still see Reghu.
I do have one question from Nam, and Nam was actually one of our students, and now he is a volunteer teacher. So super exciting to have him on board. And he wants to know how to stay motivated when you encounter a topic that is difficult for you to understand, that you struggle to understand, for example, like a complex algorithm, how to stay motivated in your learning process.
Anne, do you want to answer?
Yeah, I can start. So complexity, I think, is something that we are always going to meet in our life. And if we don't meet it, maybe we're not trying hard enough, to be honest. So complexity is something for us to embrace. And one thing I have definitely learned in my career is that it really helps to ask questions and find the right person to ask questions. So if you are participating in a hackathon or if you're attending a conference, raise your voice and ask questions. Or if you see a good panelist, go up and ask them a clever question, because this is what is connecting. And there's nothing wrong with having questions, because we all do. So see it rather as a great opportunity to say, okay, I really want to solve this. I wonder how Birgit would solve this, or how about Takuya, or how would somebody from Microsoft or from Cisco or Accenture, how would they solve it? Let me reach out to them on LinkedIn. So embrace diversity and see that potentially as a platform that's going to raise you to the next level.
And just adding to what Anne said, I think when you're faced with a really complex problem and when you're getting frustrated with no solution, one thing that actually helps is to break it down, right? I mean, start to decompose that into smaller topics and then start to tackle the smaller ones. And sometimes it's even helpful to step back, just take a step back, forget about that for a day or two and then come back to it. I mean, these are all, let's say, ways you can keep yourself motivated. Because if you're after something that you really feel that you want to solve, but you're not able to get to, I would say step back a bit and then come back to it again. That definitely helps. So maybe since I really have to go now, I mean, first of all, thanks for the invitation. I mean, it was really inspiring to hear all these courageous stories. And that does inspire me to give back to the community. So in case you want any help or advice, guidance, whatsoever, do reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'll do my best to help and connect the dots. So thanks a lot for the invite.
Thank you for joining and also for the offer to connect. I think this is one first step to connect and build a network here for our students. So thank you very much. Hope we see you again. Have a nice day, evening, and weekend.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye-bye. Do we have any other questions for Rita here in the chat?
Not yet.
So then I ask Rita. Rita, if you think of your learning journey in terms of hard or soft skill, what did help you the most in developing your career? What did you learn?
Yeah, I think what helped me is like to have the attitude. I would say to have the attitude that you are motivated and bold to try new things and try new technologies. And of course, a question caught my mind. Also, one of the students asked it. I think Kirsten also answered it about the T-shape. And I think, yeah, it's good to have a T-shape, and I totally agree with that. But also, for us as a fresh graduate, or like now we are coming and making this career shift, we really need to focus in one thing. This is very, especially now in our career, especially also with the weak, like struggling German. So I feel like this is the thing that we need to focus on, like at this time, to really focus on one thing and really also, maybe it could be the one thing could be your character. It could be like your skills, your like soft skills. It does not need to be like technology skills, but you need to find this one thing that you're really good at it and really focus on it. Because too many, like with weak German in the beginning, and also a little bit also intern skills regarding technologies will really make you hard to enter the job market. And from my experience now, I see also, I can relate to Kirsten when she said about German. I can totally agree with this, because I feel like you can't make it without the German language, and it's a mess. It's a mess that the IT skills don't need German. This is a mess. I would say, don't believe it. You just need to do both, and you can do both. If you know coding, definitely you will do German. So I think it's just like also be bold to put yourself in this environment. That it's, of course, I'm not gonna be super beautiful and confident when I speak German, but you won't reach your customer, you won't reach your manager when you are talking. When you are acting like, yeah, I don't speak German and I don't want to try even, and I don't have the confidence to put myself in this fragile situation. To be honest, it's also now after 4 years, I feel it's a little bit arrogant, my attitude in the first 2 years, like I don't want to speak German. But now I'm telling you that from my like place now where I'm sitting, you should put yourself in this fragile place, because anyway you are putting yourself by learning new skills, which is IT. So you should put yourself again also and speak this weak German, because this is the attitude that will make also your manager and the people who interview will be more convinced of you and your attitude. And speaking the weak German is the way for people to be convinced on you. So I think also this is an advice for you also, that you should do it. Because when I was in your place, I was just doing English. So now like message after 4 years for you when I was in your place, yeah, do the German, and you will get it, because it's most needed. It's not only for the advanced. For sure, for the advanced position, you need German, but also to enhance your attitude and to show your motivation and your boldness. This is also what I would like to say.
Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Anne. I think a big applause. Time is running for everybody, so let's shake the hands. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. Connect maybe on LinkedIn, start your network, and I hand over to Takuya. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Birgit. And now we understand how the community looks like, I guess. All right, thank you so much. It was such an impressive panel, and I'm so inspired also. And now it's kind of like almost getting at the end of the event. It's so quick. And before we kind of, finishing up, we have really like a warm welcome and hello from our great teachers. And we have 4 courses, many teachers, and saying hello to you, students. All right. And Anita, could you share the video, please?
Hi guys, I'm Mattia from Web Design Fundamental. I'm very looking forward to meet you. And I pass to Andrea.
Hi, here's Andrea, and we are looking forward to having you on board in this new semester. And I pass it on to Lisa.
Hello, my name is Lisa, and I'm also looking forward to meet you. I pass over to Sabine.
Hi, I'm Sabine, and I'm also looking forward to create some cool projects with you, see you in the course, and I pass it on to Luan.
Hey, I'm Luan. Welcome to the new semester. I'm really looking forward to meet you all and create some nice stuff.
Welcome, everyone. I'm very happy to see you in ReDI School. My name is Angel Svirkov, and I'm one of the teachers for your session HTML and CSS. I very much look forward to meeting all of you. I pass on to Babatunde.
Hi guys, my name is Babatunde Faru. I'm going to be a teacher in the HTML and CSS class. I'm really happy to meet you guys, and I can't wait. I wish you guys the very best. Now I pass to Jessica.
Hey, I'm Jessica, and I will be also taking part from the HTML and CSS course. I'm really happy to meet you. I see you there, and I pass it to Oniye.
Hello everyone, I'm happy to be in your midst. I am Oniye. I'm also a student and assistant teacher. I'll be happy to see you guys soon. I pass it on to Sheon.
Hello everyone, my name is Sheon. I would also be teaching the HTML CSS course. Looking forward to seeing you all in class. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jan. I'm your teacher this year for this semester of the Introduction to Python, and I'm looking forward to teaching all of you the wonders that Python holds for you. And I pass it on to Farouk.
Hi, I am Farouk. I will be teaching you Introduction to Python in this course, and looking forward to have a lovely course with you guys. I will give forward to Saeed.
Hello everyone, my name is Saeed. Me and my colleague are here to help you to find a new insight, be in touch with each other, and any question that you have, we can help you. I pass to Lucas.
Yes, hello everybody, Lucas. I'm really excited to teach the next semester Introduction to Python course. Yeah, I think it's gonna be really fun. And I pass it on to Adnan.
Hello, my name is Adnan, and I will be teaching you Intro to Python, and I will look forward to it. I will pass it to Nam now.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Nam, and I will be teaching you Python in this semester. I used to be a student at ReDI School just like you, and it was a life-turning opportunity for me to see you again. And I pass it to Augustine.
Hi, I'm Augustine. I will teach you Introduction to Python as well, and I hope you will do your first steps with a simple programming language and get to know the power of programming, and kind of a new world opens for you. Next up is Samuel.
Hi, I'm Samuel. I'm teaching you Python as well as all the others. So let's hope you can ask some questions even we can't answer immediately, so we learn something from you as well. And I pass it to Andreas, of course.
Hello, everybody. I'm also your teacher for the Introduction to Python, and I'm looking forward to having lots of fun with you in this semester. So, see you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Marcus, and I'm one of the Network Fundamentals teachers. So I hope you have a lot of fun and learn a lot with us at ReDI School. I'm handing it over to Venron.
Hi everyone, I'm Wen, and I'm going to be one of your teachers in the next semester for digital network. So happy to be here and talk to you soon. So I would love to pass it on Chandra.
Hi everyone, I'm Chandra. I will be one of your teacher in Network Fundamental course in ReDI School. I hope you will have a lot of fun and a lot of learning in this course. I will pass it on to Hisham.
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Hisham. I'm one of the network teachers, and I wish you a lot of success in this work, and I will pass it to Marhab.
Salam bacha, here is Mehrab. I can help you also in Persian if you can speak Persian. Don't be worried, just tell me. And I will be also as a network trainer for you in this ReDI school session. I will pass it to Leila.
Hello, my name is Leila, and I wish you a very warm welcome to the Networking Fundamentals course. I will be one of your teachers, and I hope you will be having fun. I pass it on to Ibuka.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ibuka, and I'll be one of the trainers for the course. And I'm wishing you a very fantastic learning experience, and I hope to see you soon. I'm passing it on to Kelly.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kelly. I'm the teaching assistant for the Network Fundamentals course already. Hope to see you in class, and I hope you have a wonderful journey with us. Thanks.
Thank you so much. It was an impressive welcome from our teachers. Thank you. Without you, we cannot run the ReDI school, and really appreciate your help. Thank you so much. And then before we close the fantastic ReDI NRW kickoff, I'd like to do the group picture with all of you. And could you turn on your camera, please? 3, 2, 1, cheers! Yay, great pictures. All right, great. Thank you so much for coming today. We kicked off the semester spring 2021 in ReDI NRW. Right. See you later. Bye. 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 Nice to meet you.